Hey, Niels is here. Well, good afternoon, Niels. First in the house, or at least first comment. Uh, it is Friday for sure. Happy Friday, January 23rd, 12:10 in the afternoon. Yes, I'm laced up, ready to go. It's like 82 degrees. Feels very, very good today. Much breezier. That's why I kind of started a little away from the water. It's a little breezier. Neil says it's funny, even though I'm the first one to like the video stream, it shows 0 with a thumbs up. Well, you're more than just a 0. Ray says, thank God it's Friday, Michael. Hello, Ray. FX777. Yeah, like I always say, every day feels like a Friday here, but it's definitely Friday. It's really nice. Breezy, feels good, much windier than normal. So I'm off and about. Hope everybody's doing good. I know I am. Little dark clouds. I'm not supposed to be rain today, but I guess it's potentially. You never know with tropical weather. Again, when I looked at it, it shows 82. I didn't see nothing in the forecast, so we'll see. No big deal. Ray says it's very cold here in Michigan. I'm sure it is. I know my mother and father, they're bracing for, I guess, a big snowstorm on the weekend. Over a foot of snow is what they're anticipating in Pennsylvania. Wind chill is below 0. Wow. I don't miss that. And there's Che saying hello at the pool. Neil says, I'm tired. Well, I appreciate you being here, even though you're tired. Like I said, these clouds just kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know if Che has clouds at the pool, but it's like blue and clouds. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, happy Friday. And if you're, it's 63 degrees here in Phoenix. That sounds good. Like I said, this feels like a cold front. Like 81, 82 degrees here. The humidity feels very low to me. Yeah, it feels good here. And again, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name's Michael. Living abroad here in Dumaguete, Philippines from the United States. Born and raised in Pennsylvania. The majority of my life, with the exception of 2 years, I lived in Florida, which I personally would prefer to live in Florida if I had a choice in the States. But again, if I were still in the States, as I repeat over and over again, I'd still be working if I was living in the States. I wouldn't be retired here, enjoying my stress-free, happy life in the Philippines, being able to afford to live here on my basically my income, which is my pension and savings. Che said it's cloudy there. Yeah, like I said, it wasn't supposed to rain. I don't know. It's like over the ocean, it's blue. Over the city, it's clouds. We'll see what happens. I've walked in the rain, so it's no big deal. But happy Friday, everybody. At least in Dumaguete, Philippines, it's 12:14 p.m. in the afternoon, which, as they would say, good afternoon at 12 noon until 1 is Mayung Mudto. Mayung Mudto. But I'm out doing my daily walks, and I share it with anybody who wants to hang out with me and just talk Philippines. Actually, talk about anything you want. It's a lot of fun. I like it anyway. And now she said it's hot again. I don't think it feels hot. I don't think it feels hot at all. But people always ask me, are there banks in Dumaguete? There's BPI Bank next to Jollibee. Then you got your one of 2 Unitops that I know here in Dumaguete. But I started a little early. And if anybody's here watching, don't be afraid to say hi, say hello, let me know where you're from. That's always fun. Andre says, what time is it there? It's 12:15, Friday afternoon, 12:15 in the afternoon, January 23rd, Dumaguete, Philippines. And Joshua, hello Joshua. Ricky's here, says, what about the e-bikes? You know what? I don't see that many e-bikes here. I've seen them on occasion, but not enough to even really remember. Definitely the gas-powered bikes, more in abundance. But you occasionally do see some electric bikes. Cool, Mr. Chucky says he's from Alabama. There's Thomas says, enjoy the January weather. In March it gets hot. Mayung Muto. Bring on the heat. I don't care. I like it. I'd rather sweat my butt off than freeze it off. No complaints from me, Thomas. Rodolfo says he's from McDonald's. Well, you know what? You can be from McDonald's. I guess maybe if you eat there a lot, you might be there a lot. Howie says from Jamaica. Welcome from Jamaica. Stormy Light says, I'm in Northwest Indiana. Well, welcome, Stormy Light. I'm a big Notre Dame fan, which is obviously in South Bend, Indiana. So stay warm from, in Indiana. I'm sure it's a lot colder there than it is here. John Rusty says, John in Phoenix, Arizona. See, I like that. Everybody's, give me a thumbs up too if it's not too hard to do. Just double tap the screen. I'd greatly appreciate it. Certainly helps my channel grow just from a like. And it's free also. David Stahl says, Filipinos is paradise. I agree completely. Totally agree. And Neil says he's from Arizona. He's a good friend, or I'd say a regular, normal, frequent flyer miles here, walking with me in the Philippines. So Stormy Light says 0 degrees. Damn. It's 83 degrees right now in Dumaguete. A little cloudy here. I'm at the public market. But it's a little cloudy, but I didn't hear any rain forecasted for today. Donnie's here. Hello, Donnie. Hello, Matthew Reed. Yeah, you're a regular. But that's a good thing. That's not a negative thing. Being a good regular. Average rent. I don't know if I can come up with an average. I can tell you what my rent is. I just posted a video on my YouTube channel. It's a video. I'll publish it. Mayung Muto. Just posted it, and you can actually, it's like a 10-11 minute video. Gives you Mayung Muto. Shows you the whole tour of everything. Yeah, you can check it out. But my rent is like 400 USD dollars a month. 400 USD. 24,000 Philippine pesos. Mayung Muto. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Honey Gupta says, where are you? I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. That's where I'm at, Dumaguete. Bright sun on Mindoro Island, says David. Yeah, the sun was out this morning, and then this random cloud just came out of nowhere. It happens. Usually it's sunny most of the day here. But I'm not complaining. Again, I'd rather be warm and hot than be cold. Honey Gupta near Manila. Marcus says, hi, I'm from South Africa. Place looks good. Well, welcome from South Africa. I appreciate it. Yeah, everything's good here. I love it here in Dumaguete, Philippines. This is my home away from home. I enjoy it a lot here. I do my daily walks, embrace the culture, walk amongst Mayung Muto. I walk everywhere. I enjoy it. Now you see a little bit of the sun. Now the sun's coming out. Matthew says, are you going to the water, Michael? Yeah, I can make my way there. I kind of started there briefly, but it was really windy. But yeah, the sun's coming back out again. Yeah, beautiful. So yeah, now it's like, yeah, the sun's coming out. I'll make my way back towards there. It was just really windy, and I don't have microphones on. I have them, but I get lazy and don't like putting them on. Because for the most part, I don't really need it. But yeah, by the water, it can be a little breezy. I'll head back down by the ocean. It's not that far. Very simple, easy, in the city, out of the city, by the water. I zigzag everywhere. Mayong muto. Mayong muto. Mayong muto. Johnny says, Phoenix, Arizona, shorts and t-shirts, rear round. My rent is $336 furnished. Man, you sound like you're living in the Philippines, Johnny. That's really good to be in Arizona. And my apartment's very small too. It's very, very, very small. That's okay. I like it small. I'm never home or hanging out in my apartment anyway. I'm always out and about. But yeah, see, the sun's back out, although there's still some clouds. Trying to see if I make sure I don't miss anybody. Oh, Ben's here. Says hello, Michael. Good afternoon. Kamusta ka? Honey says she's from India. Joshua says in school session now. Yes, I'm going to the water. I didn't see Chief yet. Hopefully he comes by. Chief's probably preparing for the snowstorm in West Virginia. Guillermo says, hola, amigos, saludos desde Cordoba, Verez, Mexico. Well, at least I can tell you're from Mexico and you're speaking Spanish. So welcome from Mexico. Welcome to Dumaguete, Philippines. Appreciate you being here. And everybody, if I don't get to your comment or question, I sincerely apologize. I sometimes just can't get to all of them. Sometimes it can be too many at times. But I kind of keep the chat towards the bottom. That way, people that moderate might say, Michael, it's lagging, your connection's bad. That does happen. So just so you guys know, I appreciate you being here and taking the time to leave comments and questions. And if I don't get to it, it's not that I intentionally overlooked it. David Stahl says 20,000 pesos or 400 a month, right on the ocean, 2-room flat, meals served in Luca Casada Resort. That sounds really nice, David. That sounds really, really nice. And again, there's so many places that I could visit, obviously, and maybe, you know, I know I like Dumaguete a lot, but that doesn't mean I couldn't visit somewhere else and like it and want to live there as well. I'm just really comfortable here in Dumaguete. The people are very, very, not that they're not welcoming in a lot of places, but here they just hold like a special place in my heart here in Dumaguete. But yeah, I'll start walking towards the water. Andrea Heaton says, I'm retired. I am retired. My finances come from my pension and my savings. That's where my money comes from. 55 years young or 55 years old, whatever you want to call it. As of April 6th was my birthday last year, obviously. So I'll be turning 56 this April. Hey, yippee, yippee. Got a birthday to look forward to, getting older. Hey, Eve. Hello, Eve. You're retired from which department? Well, I worked actually quite a few jobs, but my main one that provides my pension, I work for FedEx. FedEx Express, basically airport, worked around planes, aircraft. The majority of my working career, 20 plus years. So yeah, that would be where I'm getting my pension from. Bees popping, hey, bees popping. Thank you for being here, welcome. Newman says getting 3 to 4 inches in Greenville, South Carolina, they say this weekend. Yeah, my parents, Mayong Muto. My parents, they said they live in Pennsylvania and they're hearing over a foot of snow. Mayong Muto. Yeah, they said over a foot of snow in Pennsylvania. Chief, who lives in West Virginia, is going to get dumped on Mayong Muto. Happy Friday. Yeah, a lot of people are getting a lot of snow, I guess in the Northeast. I see Jeff Johnson's here. Yeah, it's not bad at the weather. Like I said, this goofy, like one little dark cloud, but the sun is kind of around it, or well, actually right there behind it. Clint, how much for rent or best to buy? My rent personally, I pay $400 a month. I just released a video, and I would greatly appreciate it. It's like a 10 to 11 minute tour video of my apartment. And I break down what I pay for the most part, my amenities. Very small apartment, which I prefer. Some might refer to it as a shoebox, but it's kitchen, shower, bed to sleep, swimming pool on site, gym on site, all that kind of stuff. For me, it's good enough. I don't hang out in my apartment, so I don't need a bigger place to fill with a bunch of stuff to be entertained. Oh yeah, Eve, yeah. I told him when I was talking to him this morning, because it was evening for him, still January 22nd, my Father's Day. I told him how he got a bunch of birthday wishes yesterday from a bunch of great people on my channel live stream. And I said, if you get a chance to watch the replay, yeah, you got a lot of birthday wishes. He thought that was really neat. He was excited. My young Muto. He thought that was really nice. So yeah, he did appreciate that. Where would I park my Trans Am? Kenny, I think that too. My young Muto. I think that as well. If I had a car here, I mean, I was very picky. Like in the States, when I'd go, let's just say I went to the grocery store, I'd park the furthest away where there's no other cars because I just didn't want someone to open the door and ding my door. That's how, I guess, OCD I was when it came to my car. I wouldn't want to have a car here, and I don't because I walk everywhere. But yeah, my young Muto, happy Friday. Hey. But yeah, like I don't even have a motorbike yet, Kenny. Maybe at some point. I'm good just walking everywhere. If I do want to travel outside, if I get a motorbike, it would be simply to rent it. It wouldn't it would sit. If I owned one, it really would sit. My young Muto, happy Friday. Yeah, I would prefer to just walk. Is gas by pint more expensive? I guess it's by liter here. And you know what? I'm going to have to remind me. I'll try to remember. I'm going to go past a gas station because someone mentioned that. I've done it before where I'll go past a gas station and just see what currently is in Philippine pesos per liter. We'll hit up the ocean. We'll hit up the gas station and everywhere else in between. Get a Yamaha 2-stroke. Yeah, there's, like I said, a lot of these bikes are neat, especially to see the guys that basically customize it. And my young Muto, happy Friday. Thank you. John Vasquez is here. Michael Hunter's here. Matthew Reed said it's lagging. Maybe it's the trees. I don't know. Sometimes I think it's the trees or the power lines. Oh, wow. What was Niels Christian said? Double tap the screen to like this live. Oh, cool. That shows your membership, Niels. That's awesome. Real big and green. Half Century Outdoors. Hello. Daniel Lemons. Hell, from Elk, Washington. Welcome from Elk. Scott says, can't justify a car without work. Just not necessary. Yeah. I can barely even justify, for me, a motorbike. Again, I walk everywhere. I enjoy it. Obviously, I'm saving money too, but that's not my main thing. I'm more about walking everywhere. Now, I have friends that have a motorbike. I occasionally joyride with them or can go on a little trip to some beach or hot spring somewhere in Valencia. But for me right now, I'm good. But thank you for posting that, Niels. That's really awesome of you. Niels is going to be coming back to the Philippines. I think he said, is it February or March, Niels? I apologize if I don't remember exactly. Maybe it's why I'm thinking March. All right, Scott said the lag is good now. Hey, Pure Alaska's here. Newman says his closest Harley shop in Cebu. I don't know where the Harley shops are, although I have seen, it might have been the same one. I've twice seen a Harley here. I don't know if it was the same person because they had a helmet on, and I usually identify people with faces, so it might have been the same Harley, but I was kind of surprised and shocked when I saw a Harley here. I've also seen that Tesla, what is it, that big off-roading truck. And Booty just sent me the 100 gift. Oh, that's Michael, or no, Booty, Michael Hunter sent me one, and Booty sent me one. That's awesome. Thank you so much. That's right, Booty Cream cheese. I love that name, Booty Cream Cheese. That's really cool. I'm gonna wait till I can jump in here because it's like a little wild and you got to zigzag. But I'm through. Now I'm going towards, all right, March 6th. There you go. I knew you told me March, but I was thinking March because that's when I went home the last time. The U.S. was in March. Ben says he's got to go. Have a great day. Pure Alaska says I've taken some scary jeepney rides when I was there. LOL. Yeah, I've never had any scary rides. I'm just not comfortable. Like if I have to slouch down because my neck can't be completely up, I don't like it. It's like really uncomfortable for me. A Jeep or a tricycle is not bad. I'd say the most comfortable thing to ride in are these things. It's like a golf cart like that. That is comfortable because the shocks are a lot better too. If you're bouncing around, it feels a lot more comfortable. Scott says, get some adobo and lumpia. Oh, I love adobo's my favorite. People always ask me what's my favorite Philippine food. I mean, chicken adobo, lumpia, pork sisig, obviously rice. Rice is life here. There's a lot of different foods that I like here in the Philippines. This is my favorite store, Belcris. This is where you go, a lot of foreigners and locals. You can get like exported or imported stuff for foods. This is like the main place to go, Belcris. I like this store. It has everything, just about everything. And if there's something there you like, you better grab it because if they run out, you don't really know the next time it's gonna come in. Bonnie Presley says, so are you welcome there even though you were a foreigner and obviously you know the language? That's a good thing. I feel so welcomed here in Dumaguete. Words can't express it. And that's what I love most about the Philippines is the people. The people here are so welcome, so kind, and they embrace you. And you know what? You simply just have to be nice to them like you would. I would think why wouldn't you want to be nice to people? It's common courtesy, but here they really truly make, in my experience, they make me feel special. Unlike anything I've ever felt in the United States. I couldn't walk around the United States and get hellos and people saying hi, and now that, you know, the humbling experiences, people wanting to know my channel name and stuff. This is what drives me. I'm an ocean warm weather guy, don't get me wrong, but the people, once I started to experience that, I was like, wow, this place is so great, but it's really truly because of the people. Embracing the culture, because once they see that how nice you are and what kind of person you are, they simply shower you with love. I don't know how else to put it. They really do. Triple X says hi again. Hello, Triple X. DJ Kirby Puckett's here. Like I said, I'm trying to catch up looking at the screen. I apologize. And the water is definitely choppy. You got waves. No, this is not Thailand. Dumaguete, Philippines. Actually, there's the sign, but it's backwards. Dr. Red Taco said, did online research. Yellow ship is the MV Meka 10 belonging to Cebu-based Jamalia Shipping Corporation, high-speed catamaran source Facebook. Wow, that's interesting. Very interesting research, Dr. Red Taco. So yeah, there's your I love Dumaguete sign. That's the newer one. They did have an old one when I first came here and they replaced it. But yeah, the ocean's is like very like you can see way out there, the white, it's choppy. It's been like this the past couple of days. Ever Happy Dude says no beach. Well, not exactly. Mayong Muto. Yeah, it's not there's not a the closest beach. Now they have like Silliman Beach, but they're not the great type of beaches that you're thinking. I'd have to probably at least go to Darwin, like to go to Pura Vida Beach or something like that. Two-stroke. This is Dumaguete, Philippines. Two-stroke. Dumaguete, Philippines. And again, Daniel says hello from Elk, Washington. Bees popping with the hearts. Matthew, hopefully we can see the yellow yacht. Yeah, we'll see if it comes back again. But yeah, it had been sitting here for quite a long time. And then somebody, one of the viewers, noticed it was gone. You guys realized it was gone before I did. Newman says, I know inhalers for asthma are less than half than what they are here at Watson's drugstore. Yeah, I think a lot of stuff, medical stuff, is cheaper here. There's a lot of stuff that's cheaper. Bonnie says, oh yeah, I live in Orlando and I can tell you that people are not that nice. Yeah, I don't have a problem. I can honestly can't say, everybody I've met here is super nice. Everybody. And like I said, this is the popular Boulevard walking location. But like I said, I don't usually come to the water that much just because it's not much going on down here at this time of the day. Robbie Harrison said a lot of motorcycles. Yeah, motorbikes. Yeah, I mean, but there's quite amount of, more cars than I ever really expected. I just think a motorbike is obviously more practical to get around, but then, people want cars if it's raining or shopping and be able to load up stuff in their car. But yeah, it's a beautiful day here. Been to Davao? If so, opinion. No, I haven't been there yet. I haven't been to Davao yet. Not yet. I wish I could visit everywhere, but it's not going to be that easy because I have my budget and I can't just go wherever I want, whenever I want. And there's well over 7,000 islands here. Obviously, they're not all inhabitable, but Palawan's number one on my list. In all honesty, Triple X says, how many steps do you do a day? I'd have to look at the steps, but on miles, I do the very least, I do 10 miles a day, which is 16.7 or 6, 8 kilometers a day. I don't get all that done in my live stream walk. I probably get, 4 to 5, sometimes a little more. I don't walk as fast when I'm doing the lives because I don't want the camera to bounce around all over the place. Carlos Shine says, good evening, where are you? Carlos, I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. And again, just to introduce myself, my name's Michael. For people that are new here, I'm from the United States, 55 years old, lived in Florida for almost 2 years. My preference of choice, I'm a warm weather guy. But now I'm living abroad here in Dumaguete, Philippines. Been here, 15, 16 months. I stopped keeping track. I absolutely love it here. Happy every day, meet wonderful, amazing people. First and foremost, it is about the local Philippine people. Just different, loving, friendly. Until you visit here, I get, it's only words from me, but until you visit here and truly experience it, you'll know what I mean once you get here, unless you're just flat out disrespecting people or something like that. I guess you're not going to get any friendly vibes in return, but that's just who I am. And Ron says, in your video, you spoke a lot about security as crime a major issue. I mean, I don't know if I'd say it's a major issue. I haven't experienced anything personally. I just think they take measures to have security. I mean, there's security in just about every store, unless it's like a private owned store. Raleigh Oman sent the gift. Thank you for the gift. I'm glad I noticed that. Appreciate it. I just think they just take precautions, and they want to maybe eliminate any type of threat. Maybe people stealing stuff. I don't know. There's security everywhere. My apartment, there's tons of security, which that's kind of what you're paying for too. I guess if you have anything left in your apartment, money or something like that, you don't want people snagging it. So Gary sent me the 100 gift. Thank you, guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate, I always put my face on when you guys do stuff. It's very humbling. I appreciate your generosity, but more than anything, I appreciate you guys just being me, allowing me to share my energy, my happiness, my feelings here in Dumaguete, Philippines. So I greatly, greatly appreciate that. And if you just give me a like, a thumbs up, that goes well beyond it. And look at that gift from Andre Heaton. Thank you so much, the Laughing Disco. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. And enough of my face, but thank you from the bottom of my heart. That really, really means a lot. Kaneen says, where is this? Looks like water in front of St. Thomas. Dumaguete, Philippines, Kaneen. Can you do that with just a passport? As far as coming here, I might have missed Richard. I apologize. I'm going back to see if you said something. City of gentle people, my family is there. You passed my favorite hotel, Bethel. Yeah, right there. I use that when I have to go to the bathroom. That's convenient. On my walk, sometimes I got to go to the bathroom. I'm trying to figure out your question, Richard Johnson. Can you do that with just a passport? That's okay. Well, I know, but it's something to do with a passport. You can stay in the Philippines on your passport. All right, there you go, with a visit visa less entry for 30 days. Yeah, so when you get here, you basically automatically get 30 days. And then I think the first time you get an extension, I think it's like a month after that. And then after that, I think you can start doing 2 months at a time, if I remember correctly. I don't think I was able to get my very first time 2 months right after my first month when I arrived here. I can't remember that completely, but after that, Mayung Muto, after that, you can extend for 2 months. And the last time I extended, based on the current value of the dollar here, it was 1,960 pesos for a 60-day, 2-month extension. And at the time, that was equivalent to $33.37. And honestly, for me to be allowed to visit and be in this country, to me, that's absolutely nothing. For me, it's not even that big of a deal when I have to, which my extension I'm on now goes until February 10th, and then I have to get it extended again. But it's not that big a deal when you go in there. You just fill out one little piece of paper, basic stuff, address, why, reason for extending and stuff like that, passport number. Then you just give it to them and you can get the normal extension and they give it back in like 6 to 7 days, or you can pay extra for the expedited one, which is, I don't even remember what that is. It's several thousand pesos more to get it that same day, which I wouldn't do it. I wait until I'm within 7 to 8 days of my expiration date and just go in. So like I'll be going February 2nd or 3rd, whatever day falls on a Monday, that's when I'll be going back. Richard says, how many other countries have you visited like this? I haven't visited any like this. And again, for me, I went from vacation being here, and then I wanted to learn how to live here. So I can actually say I've lived here. Still learning a lot. I mean, I'm still learning, which is fine because I enjoy learning stuff. But I haven't I want to go to Japan. I've mentioned this before, that if I could pick a country that's close by and it's, not very expensive for a round trip ticket, I would love to fly to Japan for a few weeks. That would be first. After that, I don't care. It could be Da Nang, Vietnam. I've heard a lot of good things about. It could be, what's the other one? Thailand or Hua Hin. But yeah, Japan's first on my list. I've always just had this, big interest in Japan, the culture and the people. I think if I would go there for 2 weeks, I think that would be a lot of fun. Neil says, I always pay the expedited because I don't like being without my passport. Yeah, and that's kind of, like I said, I think I did that once in the very beginning. Or, like I said, if you come there too close to the expiration date, if it's not within, maybe if it's within 3 days, they might tell you you have to get the expedited because it's too late just to get the normal one. I had a friend of mine, which was great advice. He told me, he said, Michael, do you have a copy of your passport when you leave it there? And at the time I said, well, no. He said, well, it's probably a good idea if you either take a photo of your passport or make a paper copy. Not that this building is ever burnt down, but there's always the possibility that something freaky like that could happen. And he just wanted me to be safe. You know, if you would lose your passport for whatever reason when it's in the hands of somebody else, it's probably not a bad idea. So when I do leave it with them, I mean, I already have the picture of it. I did have a paper copy. I don't even know where that is, but yeah. Richard says, what is the population? Someone just asked that the other day, and I keep telling myself I'm going to memorize it, but I get so much questions and thought overload, I always forget the simplest things, which was the population, because Master Fortune, a guy, when he's in here, he always mentions what the population is, but me, I tend to forget. Mermaid Munchers here says, lots of people say Vietnam is good and very affordable. I think language barrier would be frustrating for me. And that's what I've heard, not so much the language barrier thing, but I've heard a lot of people talk about Da Nang, Vietnam. They say is less expensive, better infrastructure, better food. They have mentioned that. So it'll be interesting for me, myself, to check it out sometime. But then I've also heard certain parts of Thailand, you can obviously cost less for rentals, maybe better food costs less. But the whole thing in Thailand, I definitely hear the language barrier, you know, being a problem in Thailand. And it's like you take stuff for granted when people speak in English. And here, with so many of the locals, even if they don't speak it in return fluently, they understand what you're saying. And you can, like, you know, basically have a decent conversation with just about everybody here. Andre says Cambodia is a must. I'll remember that, Andre. Yeah, people have mentioned Cambodia. It'll be a while till I go anywhere. I mean, other than islands in the Philippines. Like, I want to go to Palawan, but you know, probably end up being like Bohol or what's the other one? Boracay, something like that, maybe. But I would like, if I can do Palawan first, that's definitely what I would like to do. I would truly like to go to Palawan first. Myra Olivero says, hello guys from Banan Laguna, if I said that correctly, but welcome Myra. Welcome to Castaway Drift live stream, and my name's Michael. I appreciate you being here, even to say hello, taking the time to be here. But yeah, I love walking around here, just being involved in the community and the culture. It's a lot of fun. After you go back to the States, how long is it before you can return to the Philippines? Long story short, they're big P520. When you come into the Philippines, you can stay, Mayung Muto, you can stay in the Philippines up to 3 consecutive years until you have to leave. So that's really nice. On a tourist visa, you can be here up to 3 years until you have to leave. And then you basically just leave. I don't know if it's a few days or something, and then you can come right back and the cycle starts all over again. But for me, I would anticipate that I'm more than likely gonna take a trip somewhere out of the country before my 3 years is up, and then it'll just start over again anyway. Cool, we got Denny Crane watching in San Antonio, Texas. Welcome from Texas. Good food in Texas. Jeff Virgil says, welcome in guys, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Mike, appreciate your support. Yes, I do. I greatly appreciate it. This is humbling. This is the best thing other than the Philippines was the new world, the new door that opened for me on YouTube. And I love it. I love sharing my feelings and energy and my happiness here, even when I'm simply just out walking about the community here in Dumaguete, Philippines. Hello, bro. Greetings from Butuan City, Philippines. I just love metal. Thank you. I just love metal. Jeff Winter said, do they have the 10-year visa still? The only thing I know is the SSRV, and that's like basically you're a permanent like tourist visa. You never have to go in. I guess you can get military, gets one at a well discounted price. I think some of my former military spent between $4,000 and $5,000 for a lifelong basically that SSRV, which is you never have to go into immigration, I don't think. Maybe you have to get a new ID issued after a couple years, but other than that, it's like you're a lifelong, never have to go into immigration, renewing your extension. And then I guess if you're a civilian, it's like over $10,000, something like that. Yeah, I keep wondering if it's gonna rain, Big P. I don't know. I'll keep going though, unless it's a torrential downpour. I'll be all right. Frankie says, hey, question, Mike, for you, man. If I just come on my passport from the U.S., can I keep extending my stay? Yeah, Frankie. Yep, you will. When you're here, you'll extend your passport, and they'll also, depending on how long you stay, they'll start putting your ACR card in effect. It's like the alien certification, some card. I have one. Obviously, you got to pay for it. It's good to, like, I guess, have a bank account and stuff. But yeah, you'd be good here if you just come here. You just extend, and they'll guide you. They'll show you. They'll show you what you need to do and stuff like that. They're not going to leave you lost. Immigration takes care of you. They help you out. Mayung Muto. These guys. Right here. Right there. So if you take a picture of my shirt, or you can do this, take a picture of the back.
Do you live?
Yeah, I'm live right now.
Let me see
How many viewers sold it for?
So Mayung Muto. So yeah, you got it? All right, thank you. Oh yeah, you can do that. Do that. There you go. Thank you. Have a good day. Happy Friday. I'm fixing to go to bed, you all. It's 10 p.m. I gotta get up early. Much love, Michael. Thank you, Matthew Reed. I appreciate that. Says, what part of India is this? This is Dumaguete, Philippines. You're not in it, not India. Okumo Sir says, bro, good job. I appreciate that. This is easy for me. It's just fun. This is what I do. Meet people every day, and they're so kind here, and they just appreciate you being here in their country. And like I said, it's a simple.
Where are you living?
What's that?
Where are you living?
Where am I living?
Live.
Live. Oh, USA. I'm from the United States.
Is that what up?
This is YouTube.
YouTube, guys, YouTube.
YouTube, yeah. My Facebook link is on my YouTube. Thank you very much. Amping. Yeah, Philippines is very cool. That's what I said. This is the best part about being in the Philippines, is meeting the people. I mean, maybe you have, but I never experienced anything like this in the U.S. where people are just so happy to see you. And I don't know, you just treat people with kindness, respect. My parents raised me well, common decency, be good to people. And what more could you ask? Like happiness and smiling people. I love it. And I think I realized here in the Philippines, sometimes having less is having more. It's just amazing. Yeah, they're respectful. They're like that, and that's common here. That's common here. People are just good-hearted people here in the Philippines. I never have issues or anything like that. I gotta say hi to my friend. Hi to Mayung Muto. Awesome. Remember, give me a thumbs up. Double tap. That's awesome. Thank you. Look. I'll get you all in there. I'll back up so you guys. All right. Happy Friday, guys. Bye. Happy Friday. Amping. Yeah, there's a lot of interactions today. Sometimes more than others, you know. And like I said, I don't really go out of my way to force myself. I just walk and enjoy myself. And then people just see you and they want to meet you, and obviously they see me walking with my phone and camera, so they just want to be a part of it. It's very special here. It's really special here. Gary sent me the gift. Thank you, Gary. I greatly appreciate that. Always, everybody's generosity, humbleness, just to spend time with me walking daily is very nice. I appreciate it a lot. Che says, if you're good to the people here in the Philippines, you're not getting trouble. Exactly, Che. Well spoken for my Filipina girlfriend. Che knows what she's talking about. She knows what she's talking about. Ngayong Moto.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Amping.
Amping. They could be college though. Philippine people, they look younger. Sometimes it's, you might think they look high school, but they could be college. A lot of kids, usually a lot of them are in uniform. I think a lot of the high schools and stuff, I think they wear uniform. It might be college, or maybe they have a day off or something. It is Friday. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is the Lee Plaza, very popular. I've shopped in here before. Obviously McDonald's, Chow King, Pharmacy, Goldilocks Cake, Dunkin' Donuts. There's a grocery store down here too. Yeah, Robinson's Market. Big pieces. There's a lot of motorcycles. Are all those owned by people, or are they for sale? I think they're owned by people. I don't think like all these motorbikes lined up in there. I just think people could be working, or they're shopping, walking around the city buying things. But yeah, I don't think those are rented motorbikes. I think they're owned by somebody. Mayong Moto. Wow, it clean and look scene mainly. Big P, I see all things says, is a quarter pounder called a quarter pounder? If you're asking about quarter pounder McDonald's, I guess so. I don't really eat fast food. I think it's still called a quarter pounder there. Mermaid says Mike doesn't do fast food. Yeah, that's not high on my priority list. I guess if it was I had no other option and I needed to eat something, I would probably do that then. But yeah, typically I don't eat fast food. If I want a good burger, I go to one of my favorite restaurants called Astoria, Esturia, Astoria restaurant. Hello, Ryan. Welcome, Ryan. Good evening to you. Luca Peep said he should. Maybe he means I should eat fast food. Yeah, I was seeing some old boy Mikey's being, I don't know. Some people just have no clue. They just don't have any clue. But yeah, happy Friday. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon in Dumaguete, Philippines now. 1 in the afternoon. Trying to see if I can miss anything. Dr. Red Taco said high school kids, ask them why they're not in class. Oh, okay, I did see that. Margaret says, I was there 7 years ago. The same thing happened. Happy smiles, good food, love from Australia. Yeah, Margaret, that's the way it is. Everybody here, from adults to students to everything, they are super nice, super welcoming, super happy. To me, it's all a blessing. And like I said, it's very humbling, embracing and learning a different culture. That's the best part about being here in the Philippines. T. Grady says, most Filipinos don't have a lot, but they're proud of what they have. T. Grady, I agree with you. I agree with you. And that's what's opened my eyes to learning to also live with less. Obviously, maybe not less than some others, but I've learned to separate materialistic things from my life. I don't have as much. I kind of just have things that are, I guess, necessary that I need. I go through, well, sneakers, walking shoes is a high necessity for me. Obviously, I have my phone and I need my eyeglasses and stuff like that. But other than that, I don't want a lot of clothes. I don't want to, if I have to move or travel, I don't want a lot of clothes. I have a furnished apartment. I don't want to buy an unfurnished apartment and have to buy furniture and then have to sell it or move it. That's just too much work. I don't think there's a red light district here that I know of. I'm not familiar with one of those. Big P. Mark says cost of living. Yeah, that's such a tough question to answer just because everybody's, I guess, choice of lifestyle is different. I did put out a video though, Mark Heldman, you can watch it. It's like 10, 11 minutes long, gives you a tour of my apartment and basically explains what I spend and what works for me here. And you can find stuff that's less expensive. You can find stuff that's just as nice. You just have to look around. You can use Facebook Market. I know that works. And, you know, I didn't know that until someone told me you can find apartments on Facebook Market. That works. Considered getting an electric scooter. I've considered getting a scooter, period. I don't know how often I'd ride it just because I walk everywhere. But it's possible, you know, someday. I have considered it. Radim says, I have an electric scooter, 48. 520. Two Pig Bang says, hi there, Two Pig Bang. I see all things says, the less you have, the better you will take care of it. That's true too. Definitely less things to worry about to take care of. You know, I don't know, 10 to 12 t-shirts, 4 pairs of shorts, a couple swim trunks, socks, underwear. I mean, yeah, I don't have a lot. I don't want a lot. I really don't. 12 a.m. here in Tennessee on the dot. Yeah, it's right. You're Eastern Standard. Lynn says, Michael, today is Friday. Why is not Che walking with you? Che had a dentist appointment this morning at 10:30. Then she stopped at the public market to buy eggs. Then she was, what was she doing? Oh, went back to the pool. I don't know if she's swimming by herself or with friends. Mayong hapon. Hello, Mayong hapon. Yeah, look at that. Are you good today?
Yeah.
Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I'm happy to see you too every day, Glenda.
Yeah.
Don't work too hard. I'll see you around. Is the oranges grown there? Honestly, I don't know if I've ever seen an orange tree. I can't see why they wouldn't be able to grow here, but that's a good question. I see banana trees, mango trees, sugar cane, pineapple. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen an orange tree. Maybe calamansi, maybe that. 4 p.m. on the east coast of Australia. Well, oh yeah, that's Margaret. Thank you, Margaret. Michelle Pelletier is here. Says, happy Friday to you, Michael and Chad. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm coming along for some fun today. I love this channel. Well, I'm glad you love this channel. I love the fact that you're here. That's the most important thing. Let me get around this. $5 fly trap. What, you saw a $5 fly trap hanging for sale? Maybe that's what you mean. Dr. Red Talker says, Che, were those college or high school students? Are high school students wearing uniforms? Yeah, because someone told me that before. I was like, because I saw other people in school, and then I saw other people look the same age, and then they said, oh, they might be college. College students don't always have to wear a uniform. I'm gonna cut through here. Mark Heldman says, how is crime compared to the USA? I mean, I don't hear about as much stuff as you hear about what's going on in the USA here. I'd say it's definitely, in my opinion, less, but maybe I'm just not aware of it. Like I always tell people, there's crime everywhere in the world. Hopefully I don't put myself in a situation that could bring harm to myself, I guess. But for the most part, I feel completely safe here. That's not to say something couldn't happen, but I feel completely safe here. BS5744 says, where are you at? Dumaguete, Philippines. That's where I'm at. Brian G. Harris, the famous balut question. No, I haven't tried balut yet, although people keep telling me they want me to do it or do a balut live stream or make a video of it. Yeah, I haven't gotten up the nerve or the willpower to try balut yet. I don't have it in me just yet, but who knows? Maybe I'm making a bigger deal out of it than I should. It might be really easy if I ate it. BS says, thank you, I subscribe. Well, thank you, BS5744. I appreciate it. Newman says, I have heard high school has a second shift, 1 to 9 or something like that. Yeah, I think I've kind of heard stuff like that too. They start later and go later, and yeah, things are a little different here. I always notice when I go to certain coffee shops, if they're not that busy, believe it or not, I mean, I guess it's the same way in the States too, but I noticed here more of the younger generation, they're really into drinking coffee here. I'm just not used to that. So like when I go to this one coffee shop and there's not as crowded, I get my coffee a lot quicker because they're not in school. There, Neil says, no, Michael, just think about this. It has feathers, feet, and a beak. Yeah, and then you drink the juice. Everybody tries to tell me it tastes like chicken soup. If I would drink it and with vinegar or whatever, it'd be like chicken soup. Now, Che has obviously had balut, but she's never ate it with me. She had it with her friend, but she never had it with me. Well, ate it in front of me, that is. Maybe someday. Right now, I just haven't gotten up the nerve to do the balut challenge. And I know people say, well, if you drink, you can do the balut while you drink. I'm like, I don't drink, so that rules that option out. Big P says, do you ever see Americans? Oh, yeah. Americans from all over the world are here. Not in an abundance. I mean, but, you see enough to notice. Yeah, Americans. I've met people from United Kingdom, Germany, Russia, Canada. Trying to think of any other place. But no, there's a lot of places, people come from all over the world and visit here. OJE says, where are you at? Oh, I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines, and my name's Michael. Yeah, I'm from the United States, but I'm living abroad here in Dumaguete, Philippines. Having 2 pensions is a plus. Oh, yeah, sure. The more money you have coming in, the better. But again, the nice part about living here, I'm living on my pension and savings here. But if I was in the United States with that same income, I wouldn't be able to be retired. I'd have to work. And I'd probably have to work till who knows how long. I don't know. 213 watching could hit a like. Yeah, again, like I said, I appreciate my mods, you guys, my friends. If you can simply just double tap the screen and give me a like, that's the easiest thing you can give me, and it's free. I heard someone say that before. You just double tap the screen, and I always try to shoot for 200 likes. That's like my goal. My 10-mile walking daily, and then 200 likes. That's my goal. You gotta have goals in life, right? Oh yeah, we're good buddy Bert. I remember Bert. Yeah, and it's funny too because it's like a lot of the same people, they come back. That just I have no. There must be something positive they like about the channel, or they wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't watch something if I wasn't interested in it, and I certainly wouldn't say anything. But to each his own. Gotta love it. Bert says she should be with you at all times. Bert, here's the thing. She doesn't walk as much as me. She would she'd be pooped. She just doesn't, like I said, like that amount of exercise daily like I do. And I need to do things for my health also. I'm not trying to be selfish, but I need to take care of myself. I'm thinking of my longevity and my health, and I'm certainly not going to get healthy by sitting around not doing anything. We pick and choose our moments. I like my Michael time. I like to do stuff that I like to do, and I would be out here walking anyway. Just now, I incorporated the live stream with my walks. So, I mean, that's the best thing I can tell you, Bert. If you want to be with a girl or a Filipina or whatever, significant other at all times, by all means, knock yourself out. You can do that. Now, if Che could do all the walking that I do, yeah, she could do it and she would be here. But unfortunately, she doesn't. She does the amount of walking that's comfortable for her. Plus, I walk in the hottest time of the day when I do these. It's not, to me, it's not hot at all right now, but typically I walk in the hottest time of the day. Paul Hancock says, I have to watch your channel all weekend to see nice weather. We're supposed to get 12 inches of snow. Yeah, in central Indiana. Yeah, my parents told me about the storm coming for them in Pennsylvania. Over a foot of snow. Yeah. I don't miss that, Paul Hancock. And hey, DJJ, thank you for water and coffee or coconut water on your walk. Thank you so much, David. I appreciate it. I hope all things are going good with you. Yeah, I probably should go get my coconut water soon. It's freezing here now. Paul, I feel your pain mentally. Physically, I don't. Sorry, I'm not jealous of the cold. I guess the only time I'm jealous of snow is when you guys get some snow, maybe on Christmas Day. That's about it. But thank you, David, DJJ, for the water, coconut. I appreciate it. Very generous, I'm humbled. I appreciate it a lot. Big pieces. How hot does it get there? I'll go get my coconut water. I'll start going that way. People like when I get the coconut chopped up. Plus, it's refreshing to me. My mouth gets dry, all the talking and stuff. You said, how hot does it get here? Today it's like 83, 84. It's always between, from what I've noticed in my time here, it gets between 80 and 90 degrees. I rarely ever see it over 90. It might feel like it's hotter. But for me, when I came here, I didn't feel like I had to adjust. I didn't feel like the weather, I had to make an adjustment here. Like, I felt very comfortable and adapted. But again, the easiest way to adapt things, you have to be out in the weather. I'm going back to where I came from because it leads me to the coconut water that I get. My friends work there, but yeah, to me, this weather's great. As long as you're out in it, there's nothing wrong with a little air condition here and there, but if you spend all your time in the air condition, I don't think you're gonna adapt very well to the climate here. I sleep with air condition when I sleep. That's it. Yeah, the weather's great here. Honestly, the humidity feels a little low today. Maybe that's just me, but it certainly feels like it's lower today, like drier, believe it or not. But rain season is over, so maybe that's what I'm noticing. A little slight drop in the humidity. Chingy Boy says, seems to be nice. Yes, I see all things. Have you ever mixed anything in your coconut water? Yeah, I see all things. You know what? I gotta take care of you. You're always here. I gotta make you blue. I see all things. Hey, yeah, I've mixed over here, got some mixed calamansi juice with the coconut water. It was actually really good. I mixed calamansi juice with the coconut water and honey, and then I put honey in it also. Hey, Maxine, how are you? Nice to see you. Mayung hapon. All right, coconut water, coconut water. I guess I'm going up this way. Yeah, so yeah, calamansi juice, coconut water, and honey together. That's
Oh, that.
that's really good combination for a drink. Now the sun's coming out. Now it's starting to look nicer. Which food you most like from there? Says Chingy Boys. I guess if you're talking strictly Philippine food, chicken adobo I love, lumpia I love, pork sisig I love, tempura I love, shrimp tempura. I get a place called Melting Pot. There's two of them here. Melting Pot restaurant. They have sushi. I like volcano sushi. That's salmon, I think. It's a deep fried sushi. I never even knew there was such a thing as deep fried sushi until I was here, but it's really good. That's like my favorite, the deep fried sushi. Uh, Jesus, Jesus, Cassis says hi. T. Grady said, Maxine looking good. Ha. Yeah, she worked at the barber shop, my barber shop that I go to, called Speed Barbers, my only go-to barber shop here in Dumaguete. There's a lot of places you can go to get your hair cut here, but I prefer Speed. It was the first one I picked, looked it up on Google when I came here. They're a great bunch of guys, locals. Also, the barber shop is air conditioned. They also have a coffee shop in their barber shop also. They're very business minded, very smart. That's a good idea. Because when they get busy in there, what better thing to do? Put a coffee shop in there while they're waiting. And they can get a coffee while they're waiting. You know what, Jeff? I don't think Jeff Virgil says, do they have plantains there? I like plantains. I don't think I've ever seen plantains. I don't even know if that's what they call it here. I mean, that would be something to find out too. You would think that could grow here. But then again, I'm not sure. Yeah, plantains, you know, and you just bake them or fry them in good oil, that is. And it's like they taste like potato. Plantain chips and stuff are really good. Ron Lowther says, how often do you encounter language barrier? I guess not enough to notice. And I guess if there was a situation, if I was when I'm with Che and there was like a language barrier issue, she would just basically take over, you know. But for the most part, I don't really meet that many people, very seldom, that I can't communicate with, like at least for a basic question. Like I'm not getting in like a full-fledged conversation sometimes, but not really. I never feel like I can't go up to somebody and ask them a question, or at least, again, most people understand English better than they speak it, because sometimes, like even my girlfriend, she gets stuck. She might want to interpret something. She has it in her mind as a Bisaya. Hey, mayong hapon. She'll have something in her mind, but then she can't translate it to English. So you even have little language barriers with your girlfriend or whatever. But with time, as they practice makes perfect in anything, they do get better and more. I think it's a confidence thing more so than anything. I think they know more, but I just think their confidence is not as high. They're insecure. Can you get pizza and how good is it? Big P, that's an awesome question. Back to my favorite restaurant in Dumaguete. It's called Astoria, Esturia, Astoria. They have the best pizza that I can get, in my opinion, that I've tried in Dumaguete. Now I'm gonna get my coconut water. But yeah, they do, and it's very good. It's actually really good. Where are you hiding? I think, or dude. Yeah, yeah, US3 ID. Yeah, Dumaguete. Thank you. Oops. From my experience, they are proud and honorable people. Yeah, exactly. US3, probably like 16 months now, something like that. I stopped counting, but I first came here in July of 2024, went back to the States in March 17th of 2025, and came back here to the Philippines a couple months later, June 12th. And I've been here, of 2025, I've been here ever since. So it's, I'm pushing, going on 2 years now. I guess I should say that. How much is your water USD? I don't think it's ever more than 400 pesos a month. 300 pesos is between $5 and $6. So if you look at the conversion, it's not very expensive. For me, it's not. Says I'm in Florida getting things ready to head there. Well, Cebu or Subic, or I don't know where to go. Wow, 16 months, awesome. Where are you from? I'm from Pennsylvania, but I did live in Florida for almost 2 years. US3 ID. I lived in Stewart and Palm City, Florida. Yeah, this is a big boy. They always give me, look at these big babies. So this will take me a while to drink it. So when you don't hear me talking, it's just because I'm drinking. This right here is 35 pesos, Philippine pesos. I always say Philippine pesos because I made the mistake once of, I think I had Mexican pesos as conversion. It was way off and I didn't understand. Yeah, so 35 Philippine pesos. Hey, Donnie, I'm glad you're still there. I appreciate it. Yeah, I see all things. You can tip if you want. I have on occasion, not all the time. Sometimes I do, but not all the time. Hey, Mayung Apong. Those are my barbers at the Speed Barber Shop. Yeah, those are my barbers right there. Those are the guys that do the awesome job of cutting hair at Speed Barber. I think 35 pesos is like 65, 70 cents, I'm guessing. That's what I'm guessing. This is a big one. I mean, it's heavy, especially where I'm drinking the liquid out of here. All right, so I was close, 60 cents. $1 is 60, so yeah, so that's great. Like we're talking 59 point whatever or 60 pesos to the dollar. That's awesome. That's a really good. Hunt Bar says, is it profitable for me to broadcast? I mean, my live streams are just because I enjoy doing it. There's not much money in a live stream. Where people I think make the money is when you make a video because of ads. But like I always explain to people, I don't do YouTube. That was never a part of my budget. Like I started doing YouTube well after I was here in the Philippines. But I'm from Pennsylvania, United States, born and raised in Pennsylvania, lived in Florida, like I said, for almost 2 years. No, I'm not wearing AI glasses. This is my phone. I'll flip the screen in a minute. I wish I had AI glasses. That would be so cool to just wear glasses and not have to carry my gimbal with my phone on it. That would be very, very nice. Yeah, T. Grady, when I would get my hair cut at my barber shop in the US, it was $25 without a tip. I get my hair cut here for 130 pesos, but you can get haircuts for under 100 pesos. I don't mind spending 130 pesos for a haircut. I can go every 2 weeks to get my hair cut. I've been to Cebu, not on long term. I've never been to Manila yet. Cebu, just connecting flights and spent the night. But yeah, it's very close. Yeah, it's like a $2 haircut. And again, I give tips to my barbers also. Listen, I was paying $25 a haircut. Now it's like you said, $2. I'm going every 2 weeks. Hey, Papa Gear. Papa, nice to see you here. Do you have to worry about your own personal safety? I mean, you should always be cautious of your safety no matter where you're at. Here, US, no matter where you're at. I'm cautious, I'm aware of my surroundings, and but I always feel safe. I do, I always feel safe here. There's a lot of coconut water in this coconut, man. This is like a big one. When I told Cool Cat, when I told them how much I paid for a haircut in the US, their jaws dropped. They're like, huh? Yeah, they couldn't believe it. I was like, yeah. When I told them how much I paid for a haircut in the US, they were just like, wow. This is like the most water I think I've ever gotten out of a coconut. Good Lord. Here you go. You can just use the... I'm gonna get the meat out of the coconut, but yeah. No AI glasses, just these glasses. They're progressive. They're for reading, they're not for long distance, they're for close-up. But when they're progressive, you can leave them on all the time. Not like reading glasses where you have to take them off. That's a pain in the butt. Hold on, I'll show you. I'm getting the meat out of the coconut after I drank it. How did you find somewhere to stay before I got there? Wait, how do you find somewhere to stay? Actually, I had a friend help me and show me, recommend hotels here in Dumaguete. But if you ever decide to say US 3 ID, wherever you go, you just go to Google and do hotels for that location. If anybody ever comes to Dumaguete, I can recommend hotels that I've stayed at before. And like I always tell people, my Instagram account and my Facebook account are under my description on my YouTube channel if you ever want to reach out to me that way. Let me see. It's Dumaguete. Oh, okay. US 3 said it'll be my first time. I'm leaning towards Cebu, but I'm worried about where to stay. Hotel for 2 days so I can search for a 30-day place. Yeah, based on how long you're going to stay, people always ask me what's the best thing to do. I do an Airbnb. An Airbnb. Hey, thank you very much. Happy Friday. Yeah, an Airbnb is my best. It's a lot less expensive than a hotel. Or you just rent month to month in an apartment, which is virtually, if you look at my apartment video, it's almost like it has everything you need, and it is small. My apartment is small. Mayung hapon. It's like glorified hotel. It's very small. People always say, they'll knock me in comments and stuff like that about my studio apartment because it's so small, but I don't want a big place. I'm not there to hang out and live. I don't need to be entertained. I want something that's furnished, that I can sleep, eat, shower, and get out the door. Because I'm always outside. I'm always outdoors. Small stay. It's Dumaguete, Philippines. Aquarian says, Aquarian says good afternoon. Oh, then we got Greg 3614. Wow. Thank you for the super chat. It says, what's up with the situation where you feel uncomfortable sometimes? You good? I'm always comfortable, Greg. And first off, I'd like to thank you for that, your generosity with the super chat. What's up with the situation where you feel uncomfortable? So I never feel uncomfortable. Never. Always happy here. Feel safe. That's not to say that's like anywhere in the world. No place is completely safe. Pay attention to what you're doing. Watch your surroundings. Don't make stupid mistakes or whatever. Be foolish or take anything for granted. But I appreciate that, Greg, you being here. I'm gonna make you blue just because of that. That's really nice. I appreciate that. But everything, I'm great. I'm better than good. I'm great. And let me see here. We got Half Century Outdoors sent me the Laughing Disco. Thank you, Half Century. Thank you very much. You've always been a supporter of mine, and I'm blessed, grateful, and thankful for all that. But I'm gonna keep walking, show you guys the sights and sounds. It's not about looking at me, but I appreciate that, Greg. And they also got the gift from Half Century Outdoors. Paul Hancock says your apartment is everything you need. And see, that's the way I feel. Like I said, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Some people don't, they need something big. They need a big flat screen TV. They need, I don't know, a gaming console. Whatever they need, that's fine. That's them. I don't knock people for what they want to do. But it's just funny, like some of the people's comments. I took it for the fact that it's modern. It's a modern apartment. The amenities, the security, the swimming pool, the gym. There's even like a little game room. It has like a pool table, stuff like that. That's good enough for me. Could I find less expensive? Of course. And that situation may present itself at some point. Thank you, Gwen. That is so nice. Oh, wow. I appreciate that. And I always share, when someone gives me, they're generous and they're giving me a donation, super chat, I have to like speak to you face to face. I greatly appreciate that, Gwen. I'm not, yeah, I guess, yeah, you have the wrench. So you must, yeah, you're already a moderator. That's what I thought. I appreciate that, Gwen. Again, I'm humbled each and every day just to be out walking, being happy, and now sharing this with you guys. Oh my gosh. And then we got Ron. Thank you for your information and stream. I would love to visit there. I hope you do visit here someday, Ron. And another one, you guys are humbling me. Unbelievable. It's crazy. I've always told people ever since I came to the Philippines, I felt like my life had changed in a very good way. Not that I had a bad life, but I'm so humbled here. I never thought it was this possible to be so happy halfway around the world, and I am. So Ron, I greatly appreciate that. And Ron, I need to, if you just leave a comment, oh my gosh, you guys are killing me. And then we got US, dude, my brother from Florida. Now what I do is I look for you to show my appreciation for your super chats. Thank you so much. I look for, when you leave a comment again, Greg, there's Greg, I started a chain. Yeah, you did. All right, so I already had you. Now I need to get Ron. I need to get I need to get Ron to say hello or something so I can highlight his comment, and then I can make him blue. Robert says one of the coolest channels. That is so nice. I don't know. I'm like humbled. You guys humble me. And if you haven't given me a like, the likes are the best. I've noticed that when you get people liking your channel, it helps it grow. And hey, if I can inspire at least one person per day, whether it's to come to the Philippines or somewhere else in the world, and you have the health and the financial abilities to go somewhere else, do it. Don't wait. Don't talk about it, because then you'll get to a point in your life where you're sitting there going, I wish I would have done this, I wish I would have done that, and then you'll have regrets. I at least know I would, and I didn't want to be one of those guys. I didn't want to be a guy sitting there with regrets that I didn't do stuff when I was healthy and able. So thank you guys a lot. Now I'm trying to look for, hello, Mayung Hapon. Let me see. What city are you living in? This is Dumaguete, Philippines. And there you go, US. Now I need to make you blue. I thought I did, but I'm gonna do it again. And there's Ron, now I see you. I'm retired, feeling without purpose. I should do that. Ron, I'm making you a moderator too. I'm trying to catch up. Damn, half century. Now you guys are just like, oh boy. Now I got a half century. What are you doing to me? You're trying to give me the heart shock of life. Ohio and PA build America. Well, yes, we're next door neighbors, technically. Born and raised in Pennsylvania. You're Ohio. You guys are just, I'm just speechless right now. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Ricardo says, I love the channel. Arnold shows me a little smiling piece of poop. Hey, that's all right. At least the poop's smiling. T. Grady says, if I wasn't in bed, I'd comp you too. Thanks for the tour. T. Grady, don't worry about it. You know, I'm just glad you're here anytime. I appreciate that. I don't know what to say other than thank you. You guys are blessings in my life. And Gino's here. He's in Dumaguete City. Robert says the info you provided is invaluable. I was in Ecuador for a year and it was the best experience. Robert, yeah, I appreciate that, Robert. Thanks a lot. Lightbow says he needs a nap. Greg says being retired and trying to visit other countries is exhausting. Yeah, it can be. That's kind of why I'm in a, you know, let me flip this. I'm in kind of like the mode of, I'm good in the Philippines for now. I'm good in Dumaguete. Like I said, if we want to go to Siquijor Island, we can go across a 30-minute boat ride and we're at another island, beautiful island. So I like having that. Bohol, if I want to go to Bohol, that's like a 2-hour boat ride. I forget what Cebu is, maybe an hour or more than an hour. I'm not so concerned with flying anywhere right now, going anywhere. And besides, I have to budget my money anyway. Like, I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination. I had Mayong Hapon, happy Friday. So yeah, that's why, you know, I'm just happy simply walking every day. And again, this walking in stream is new. I wasn't doing this before. And then when I have some sort of video content for me worth putting out that might offer something or, you know, spark someone's interest, then I'll do it. I don't really put a lot of anything out on video because I know how I am as a viewer. I like to see stuff that's interesting and fun and unique and maybe different. Wow, listen. Thank you, Greg. What in the world? Thank you so much, Greg. Gotta show my face again. You must want me to show my face in camera. I think that's a respect thing too. Like, if someone takes the time to give me a super chat and gives me the time out of their life just to hang out with me, let alone donate their money. Hey, wait. This is a friend of mine. I'm putting her on the live stream. Mayung Hapon. She's another friend of mine. Yeah. Oh, look who it is. I'm gonna say hi to my friend while we're here on the live stream.
Hey Michael, how are you?
How you doing, my friend?
Good.
She had said we were supposed to talk at some point, right?
Are you recording?
Yeah, I'm live now, so we can talk. You going to like, Butt First later?
No, I'm going down to Scooby's.
All right.
You know Scooby's?
Yeah, I think. She can tell me too.
Lee Plaza.
Yeah, Lee Plaza.
On the right.
On the right.
Go down there, there's 2 Scooby's. A big one and a small one.
Okay.
I'll be in the small one.
All right, the small one. I'll try and remember that
We're
later.
almost right next to each other.
Okay, take care. Nice seeing you both. Sorry about that, guys. But anyway, those were friends of mine. And that's another thing. The friendships that I've made here, priceless. 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 Let me see. But I don't see content like what you have. I don't know, like, I just share my feelings and my thoughts and stuff that maybe could be helpful and beneficial to somebody. Mayong hapon. Thank you. But yeah, like, I'm making sure I didn't miss any of these comments. Blah, looks like Blah Blah says hi. T Grady, yes, I got that. Jeff Virgil says, welcome in the Castaway Drift. Hit the like button, share this video and subscribe to his channel. Sit back and enjoy as Mike takes on a walk. Yeah, that's basically sums it up. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys that's here hanging out with me. And Greg, I appreciate you, the super chat again. This is Dumaguete, Philippines. Dumaguete, Philippines. I see all things 199. Wow, yeah, 200, looks like 200. Kathy says, can you go back to watch old lives? Yeah, yes you can. You just go, basically it's like a little directory. You click videos for videos, you pick lives for previous live streams, and yeah, you can watch. I do them just about every day. You can watch whatever one you want. I appreciate that too. No, this is Philippines, not Mexico. But welcome if you're in Mexico. Maybe that's where you're at. Others clip and edit, typical YouTube. There's no deceit in what you're doing. Yeah, that's true. I mean, for me, it's easier to live stream, but for me also live streaming is more personal. It's just, you just got me. It's me in the streets and happy people, everyday life, surviving. That's the best way I can put it. Kathy says, oh, thank you. Son of a Gun says, nah, I'm in Brooklyn. Well, welcome, Son of a Gun. Little Hop in the Prairie. Do you live there? Yeah, you could say I live here. It's like a home away from home. People always ask me, when do I plan on going back to the U.S.? The only way I'd go back anytime soon is, heaven forbid, something happened to my mother and father, or I don't know. It's too expensive for me to be flying back and forth to the U.S. Maybe dad will want to see me so bad, and then they fly me. Mayong hapon, or they'll want to fly me back or something like that. Mayong hapon. Oh, thank you. Maybe that's what they'll want to do, but no. Hey, Island Dad, I don't think I've seen you in a while, and if you were here and I missed your comments, I apologize, but welcome, Island Dad. Yes, happy place. I see all the things. What's the craziest thing you've caught on live stream? Not really anything. I mean, I could say the nicest things that I catch on a live stream is just the nice people here. I don't, you know, I'm basically walking in the city and along the ocean, along the water. I don't go anywhere that maybe something crazy would be going on, and this is just where I'm at and where I walk. Plus, my signal is always best walking through the city. But thanks, Island Dad. Philip Montgomery, hello, Philip. How you doing, Philip? Nice to see you again. You know me, doing my daily walking, out in the grind, if you want to call it that. Yes, US 3 ID, it is a long flight. But you know what? I walk a lot, so I think that helps, but I don't really experience the swelling in the legs on the plane if you're flying economy seats like me. If you have Mayong hapon, if you have like swelling issues or circulation issues in your legs and you can afford it, at least get the seat where you can prop your legs up. That helps a lot. But I think the walking is what prevents me from having any issues with that. Nancy says, blessings to you. Thank you, Nancy. Everything in my life here in the Philippines has been a blessing. You are all a blessing. Everybody I meet every day is simply a blessing. The food must be amazing. It looks like a safer version of South America. Very appealing, says Robert. Yeah, I like it. Like I said, if I'm in the mood for a burger, I know where to go to get one. It's not McDonald's. I'm not really into fast food. If I need pizza, I know where to go. If I need, like I said, that home American cuisine option, I know where to find it. Addie Patty says, are you going to the Big Island capital soon on your vlog? What big island would that be? And again, I'm just blessed that I can do a live stream here in Dumaguete and I have a signal. That's the big part about it, that I can actually have a decent signal and it doesn't get interrupted or much lagging. Sometimes it happens, but not all the time. Morning, evening, everyone from KI, yay. I think that's what it said. Oops, trying to stay caught up best as I can. What about food poisoning? I haven't had food poisoning, but I've had some little upset stomach issues from eating some street food here and there. It's probably a matter of just because my stomach gut is not used to eating that much. So that can be kind of, you know, it's like a shock to the system. It could be a matter of what oil they're using. Yeah, and that's kind of hard. You got, like me, picky about seed oils. So unfortunately, the oils they use are cheaper. So those are the ones most people should avoid. LBH abound. I don't know what that means. Eve says, you have a lot of people today, Michael. That's great. It's just a blessing. I'm thankful too. I mean, you guys do a good job of creating a good environment in a community. You know, people as moderators and stuff like that. That makes a big difference as well. And I just hope to, you know, have more people, touch more people, reach out to more people, just inspire them. Or again, what about the people that have health issues that they could maybe never travel this far? I mean, I don't think, maybe my father could. It'd be risky. He'd have to probably go first class. But my mother, I don't think she could ever travel this far. So for someone like my mom, or who is comparable health conditions, at least they can watch something like this, and it's the closest they may be able to get to the Philippines, but at least they can see it through my eyes. And to me, that's like a great thing. Neil says, I ended up in the hospital after eating lechon. It was the best pork I ever had in my life, worth it. Yeah, I never had issues when I ate lechon. I was fine when I ate lechon. It was when I ate the street food. Within an hour or two after eating the street food, I started having like those stomach pains that you know someone's gonna be coming out the other end, not vomit, the other end. And I did all later that evening and probably half of the next day until it flushed itself out of my system. Yeah, I was near Silliman, and I used to try to go through Silliman Walk, and the only problem is all the trees there were blocking my signal. So I never had a signal when I was walking through. It always would cut out. And then at the advisement of everybody in the live streams, they said, Michael, it's because of the trees. I'm heading back, obviously you can see, towards the water again. But again, everybody that's still here in my live stream, I appreciate each and every one of you. Again, for you to sacrifice your time to hang out with me while I'm walking, simply just showing you what I do on my average day. It's exercising. It's a big part of my day. And then we can just talk about whatever, and I hope I have something to offer when I talk to you guys, and as well as what you're seeing. But yeah, you're just seeing me immersed within the community here in Dumaguete, and you see how people are. You kind of get a little taste of everything. Like I said, I don't go into too many places just because the signal issues. I mean, I've gone to the malls before here. There is a mall Mayong hapon, how are you? You want to say hello? Hello. Happy Friday.
How much your subscriber?
What?
How many your subscriber?
Oh, I don't even know. That was funny. He was asking me how many subscribers. I don't even look at that really. But yeah, it's still choppy here. You get too close and this wave will be splashing up her. But yeah, like normally you don't see this big of waves. It's definitely a lot choppier here today. The breeze feels great for me. Show us next time a video of your apartment. Hunt Bar. I do have a video in my archives. It's the latest video that I posted. Go to my YouTube channel whenever you want. Go to under videos and it's a apartment tour. You can watch. It's only 10 to 11 minutes long. It shows you everything, Hunt Bar. You can see it all. Eve says, tell them 20,000 people. Yeah, sometimes. Let me see. Ray says, Hunt Bar, you did it. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Ray. And hello, Ray. Derek here. You know what, Derek? You're always here. I gotta take care of you in blue, Derek. Always aloha from Hawaii. I guess I can say aloha from Dumaguete, Philippines. Ugh. This dog's barking at me. But yeah, Hunt Bar, you can see that. Eve says, Michael, someone says they're trying to send a super chat, but it doesn't let them. Please explain. I have no idea. And Michael says, please go somewhere else. You want me to leave the ocean? You want me to go back into the city? My live stream doesn't go much longer. I can go towards the city. No problem at all, Michael. Wherever, I don't care. I walk everywhere. Lynn says, Michael, if you and Shay ever as a kid, you would spoil it in a stroller. Yeah, the kid would probably, I bet you the kid wouldn't be in a stroller very often, long either. Probably would be walking, probably pushing the stroller instead of sitting in it. Thank you. Eve says, stay where you want. I'll go wherever. Like I said, I'm an easygoing guy. I don't care where I go. I'm happy just being here, walking the streets. Rick says, is there sand on the beach? There's sand, the closest beach to here, but it's not what some beaches are just not tourist beaches. They're more local beaches. Some are nicer than others, you know, compared to what maybe we're accustomed to in the States. But that's the community, that's the Philippines. Looks like an oil tanker. Find a good woman there and settle down. There's nothing that can go wrong, man. Yeah, Greg, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm happy here. I don't worry about anything and just take it all in, take my time, enjoy life. Let me see. Michael, Derek, I saw that. America loves you. Thanks, Nancy. I love you guys too. I'm thankful that you guys support my channel. Greg said, but they kicked me out. Yeah, the Addy Patty saw the ocean. Greg said, I won the London Steelman competition. That's interesting. What is the Steelman competition? What is that? I see all things. You do a great job. Your transcript would be a mile long. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I always apologize not seeing all the comments and questions, because I let it run to the end. That way my moderators can notify me if something happens, if the channel starts lagging. And it is hard for me to keep up as well and paying attention to the street. Robert says, super smart way to retire. Thank you for the ideas of financial breakdown. You're getting the best use of your money. Yeah, I've always been good about budgeting money. I mean, of course, there were times in my life living in the States, I got a little irresponsible and I wasn't disciplined and just buy unnecessary stuff. Live and learn. Are you fully retired? I mean, as full as I can get. I'm not collecting Social Security, so I guess in a sense I'm not fully retired. That'll be a nice benefit to have when that presents itself. But again, that wasn't part of my plan coming here. Obviously, I'm not eligible for it yet. I have another 7 years. Eve says, I enjoy watching because I've never been. T. Grady said, just don't eat anything staring back at you. You'll be okay. Yeah. Neil says, I end up, all right, that was it, Lechin. I think I got, all right, Buku juice, Edwin. Yeah, I already had coconut water. Do you, Two Pits says, do you know Beck's beer? I don't drink alcohol, so that probably might disappoint you. Beck's beer, I'm not familiar with it. I haven't had a sip of any alcohol in over 20 years. Don't smoke. I don't do any of that stuff. I'm coffee, coconut water, and water, calamansi juice. I guess if I'm really living large and spoiling myself, every once in a while I'll have what is it? Coke Zero. That's me living large, is having a Coke Zero. Rick Oceanview says, how much you saved to be enjoying the Philippines, congratulations. Yeah, like I said, once I realized, I'm like, hey, I can actually do this. Be responsible, be disciplined, don't go crazy. Let go of that materialistic, hey, Mayung Hapong. You know, once I realized that I can do this, be responsible, don't go crazy, save up for things when you want to take a trip. It'll be fine. I'm like I said, I'm simply happy here in Dumaguete. I don't need to travel all over the place to fulfill my happiness. I'm happy with everything just the way it is. It's just an added bonus when I get to go somewhere else. And it'll happen when it's meant to be. Rick Oceanview says, I'm the same way, no alcohol, no cigarettes, just ladies, enjoying life, God first, and family. Yeah, that's basically how I do it. Because I know when I put everything into him, I'm taken care of. I'm happy, blessed, and I've met amazing people here in the Philippines, here on YouTube. Yeah, I'm fortunate and thankful and happy. Stuart says, economical with the cash, liberal with busting out the Mayong Hapon, good stuff. Yeah, see, that's another thing. My New Year's resolution was to learn Bisaya. Like, pick away at it, chip away at it, like the basics and stuff like that. And once you get the basics, you just get more respect and appreciation. It makes the locals smile when you're communicating with, when they know I'm a foreigner. It's just really nice. I like it a lot. Fernando Contreras says, hello, humans from Earth. J Productions says, is it cheaper in the Philippines or in Vietnam? The last time I spoke with somebody, I don't have experience in Vietnam, but someone who went there for several weeks, who lives in the Philippines, said he thought it would be less expensive to live in Vietnam. And then he did point out some better things as well. But again, it comes down to everybody as a person. You need to go somewhere. If you have opportunities to travel, you can compare, see what you like most, see what you don't like most. And that's the best way to do it, For me right now, I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. And when I go outside somewhere else, I'll experience something else. Yeah, see, Henrik says Vietnam 3 times cheaper. And I've heard that. Stuart says, I appreciate the pavement pounding content gives a good perspective. Exactly. Hey, Fernando Contrera, thank you. I gotta flip the screen. This is like I said, it's a respect thing for me. When someone does that, I mean, it's all about respect anyway for everybody that shows up here, spends time with me during my live stream. But when you make a donation that's out of your earned money, I'm old school. That's respectful. I'm not used to it. I'm very humbled by that. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. And Fernando, I need to find your name because you talk. I like to make people a moderator when you do that because I just think that's very nice and generous of you. So now you're blue. Don't feel blue, because sometimes people say when you're feeling blue means you're feeling down. But I wanted to do that, and I greatly appreciate that. Or Diet Coke. Art Park says, I see that. Coke Zero, you're a barbarian. It can only be Diet Coke or real. Well, I don't drink real because I stay away from the sugar. But I guess it's whatever. Sometimes when we went out for Che's birthday, I said, okay, I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to live life on the edge. And I whatever it was either Diet Coke or Coke Zero, something that just doesn't have the sugar in it. So yeah, that's very rare that I do that, just on a weird occasion, being that I don't celebrate with toast and a drink or something like that. Kathy says, I'm glad to have found your channel, though interesting. I appreciate that comment. I'm glad you're here. Rocky says, have you seen Adrian? You know what? Remember how Rocky used to say it? Adrian! No, I have not seen Adrian. Rocky should be protecting her at all times. Cooper Cowboy says, is this live? Oh yeah, it's live. Chingy Boy says, happiness is up to us. How we can find and enjoy that is very important. Yep. Now I'm kind of going back down to the bottom. Eve says, I know a lady that lives in Vietnam. She only pays $350, large one-bedroom apartment. She's American, has a channel too. That's good. Randall says, but I'm gay. Not a problem with that, Randall. Be whoever you want to be. It's your life. John Adams said, I'm glad I found you on here. I appreciate that. The streets look cleaner than California. I've heard people say that before. Very, very true. I haven't been to California in a very long time, but honestly, anywhere in the world, people should show respect, like you going to someone's house, you know. Exactly, J Productions. It's just simple, common courtesy. Miss Tadgett says, disgusting, two-bang, Fernando, an alien. I'm going to come to the Philippines now. You're a nice person. Well, John, you're more than welcome. You are more than welcome, and I think you'd enjoy it. But Mike Curley says, hey, brother, what's up? Hey, Mike, how are you, my friend? Kathy says, you're very respectful. US3 says, so much traffic. You know what, though? And they don't have signal lights here, but for me, it's so simple here. Like, it seems like it's chaotic, but it really isn't. They're very pedestrian friendly. They slow down for people crossing the road. I don't know what it is. I feel very comfortable. It's like controlled chaos here in Dumaguete. Eve says, we love gays, no problem. We're respectful here. Michael likes everyone. Exactly. I respect everybody. Mr. Cheese Poofs, hello. Rick's Ocean View says, really nice live. Do you record with a smartphone or camera? This is my iPhone. And I know I'm kind of standing still. I was trying to read some of these comments without getting ran over. Dave says, you're not missing anything from California. Exerch Moose says, how do you handle the visas? I don't know. It's pretty easy for me as an American foreigner. Just get my visa extension and off I go for 2 months. Steve says, have you been to Mindanao? No, I've not been to Mindanao. Addie Patty says, yep, California, especially in DTLA, is unbearable. Yeah, my brother lived in California. He left. I see no lights. Yep, no lights. Lynn Angel, Michael, I'm trying to sell my shop and trucks. I want to move where it's 80 year round. Hey, I'm with you. I support you on that decision. Come to Dumaguete, hang out, embrace the culture, embrace the people, and you'll be happy here. Again, it's not for everybody. I know that. I'm only speaking for myself, but I get excited. I'm very passionate about the Philippines. Mayong hapon. Mayong hapon. Mayong hapon, guys. Happy Friday. I see things. Can you say something like controlled speech? I don't know about that. I see all things. I basically just nice to everybody. I don't. Simon's here. Simon says, hey, Mr. Michael. Hey, all. Jeff Winter said, this must be the motorcycle and scooter capital of the world. Probably in the Philippines, there's a lot of motorbikes, but I'm sure, I think when I've seen video, Vietnam has a lot of motorbikes. I guess Thailand does too, but especially here, I think it's neat. It's really cool. I just like the whole motorbike, tricycle vibe. But there's more cars and trucks here than I ever imagined. Can I ask a big favor, my friend? I just need 3 subs to get 700. Well, there you go. Anybody that sees CO2 Farmer, he's asking for help. If you give him, click on his link and you subscribe to CEO to Farmer, his name is Simon. He needs 3 more subs to reach 700. So shout out to Simon. Connie says, I enjoy watching you. I visited my cousin when they were missionaries in Tarlac in 1983 and love the people. It's a beautiful place. I See All Things says, I know you are, buddy. Addie Patty says, Vietnam is, I think. Fernando says, I'm in LA. In 2 or 3 years, I'm moving to Ensenada, Mexico to enjoy retirement. I'm 53. Well, Fernando, good for you. Good for you. And again, thank you for your generosity. Thank you for being on my channel. Wilford says hello. Kathy says, it's 1 a.m. I gave to take someone early apartment, so I hope to see you again. Kathy, don't be a stranger. Definitely come back. Chingy Boy says, how many kilometers you walk daily while live streaming? Miles wise, it's probably like 5, around 5 or so. This is kind of like the average. Kilometers, well, if 10 miles is 16.7 kilometers, I'm gonna guess like 8 or 9 maybe kilometers. Anyway, I'm at 117, whoops, I didn't want to do that. I'm at 179 minutes. This is usually what I like to do, 120 minutes live streams. And then I have to go, my mouth gets so dry. I need to get water, and sometimes I even get another coffee. I See All Things, why I've been here for over an hour. Thank you so much. I See All Things, everybody that joins my live streams. You don't understand how much this means to me. The community that's growing and building because of the live streams is unlike anything I ever thought was possible. It's all positivity. That's who I am. That's what I want. I like sharing my energy, my vibes here with my life in the Philippines. So again, I'm thankful, humbled, and blessed because of all you guys, guys and gals. I don't want to leave anybody out. Everybody that's here. John said, do you do this every day? Usually Monday through Saturday. Sundays is my day off from live streams. I still do my walking, but I take my days off from the live stream. What is something you should definitely bring from the States when you head that way? Don't bring a lot. Bring anything personal, maybe medication, something that's very important. I would definitely bring that. But clothes-wise, just bring a couple of whatever, and then buy other t-shirts and just travel light. I made the mistake of bringing too much, but that's my recommendation. But reach out to me, US3ID. Facebook link, Instagram link is in my description bio on my channel. Mayong hapon! So yeah, reach out to me that way. I will answer you back, no doubt. Keep up the great work. Maybe you will get the glasses. That would be interesting. If I ever could get AI glasses and do a live stream, wow, I wouldn't have to hold this thing. USD, he said, I'm 6'6". Definitely don't bring any, you don't need any shoes to make you taller. 6'6", damn, you must play basketball. I know I certainly would if I was 6'6", and I played basketball at 5'11 and a half. Jeff Winter said, are there any foods you cannot get there? I don't miss any foods here. I don't miss anything. Like I said, if I need a burger, pizza, something, I don't know, American-like food, I can get it here. Astoria. I know I beat it like a drum. Astoria is my favorite restaurant. My friend Richie, he's the owner, great guy. He actually lived in the US for a while too. His kitchen, everything's pristine. And it's like, compared to USA prices, it's very cheap. Philippine prices, maybe it's a little high thinking Philippine peso mindset, but Astoria, Esturya. That's the place to go. Henrik said medication and 200 kilograms of luggage. Yeah, I'd travel light. Next time when I go back to the US, it'll be this little backpack. That's it. I just want to bring back my flippers, my snorkel, and my mask that I left home in the US. I won't be able to buy shoes or clothes from local. Well, depends on your shoes. I have Brooks shoes, and I know I can get them, I think, in Manila or Cebu. So I am picky about shoes. Can you get peaches there? You know what? That's a good question. I haven't had any peaches here in Dumaguete, so I'm not sure. Eve says, okay, Michael, we will see you. A good day. Enjoyed it. Take care. Get something to drink. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Yes. Happy Friday. Have a good night, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're at. Thank you for being here. I'll be back tomorrow, Saturday my time, probably Friday night your time. Hope to see you guys again tomorrow. I appreciate it. Thank you a lot, Niels, Henrik. Thank you, everybody. Super chats, your general. Oh my gosh, Greg. Greg, God bless you, Greg. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Killing me with kindness. Neil says it's easy to find clothes for tall people on Amazon. Yeah, US 3 ID. I'm gonna go get some water, get some coffee, and finish the rest of my mileage, get it up to 10 miles before I head home. And yeah, I'm gonna wrap this thing up. But thank you, each and every one of you guys. Hope to see you guys again. Thank you. Peace, love, happiness. God bless you all. I'll see you again. Remember, thank you very, very much. Appreciate it.